So Lumix just sent me the S5 Mark IIX before release to do a review on for you guys. Now, there is a ton of great features, and a lot of the features from the original S5 Mark II carried over to this. But I'll be mainly focusing all the new features on the S5 Mark IIX. The first and obvious one is just SSD recording. Now, Lumix does recommend using a V90 SD card, which is really expensive. It's about going around for $100 to $130 for 128 gigabytes. Being able to record on an SSD drive like the SanDisk Extreme Pro is way nicer. Having the fact that you can record into a 1 terabyte and have longer record times, also being able to record Apple ProRes internally into that as well, is a great feature. Now, the next feature that was kind of under wraps until today is that you are able to record Blackmagic BRAW in the video assist monitors from Blackmagic. This is really nice, being able to have so much dynamic control in your ISO, your white balance in DaVinci Resolve, and on top of that, you are also able to record Apple ProRes RAW into the Atomos monitors like the Ninja and the Ninja V5. Now, when recording externally, you are able to get up to 12-bit recording. Here's a couple of the settings on screen right now if you want to pause the video and look at what those different settings are. There's way too many for me to remember, but it's insane that in a $2,000 camera, you could be recording 12-bit footage for your clients or for your own professional work. And that's why this camera, the S5 Mark IIX, is more considered to be a pro level camera than the original S5 Mark II. So here's also 5 quick settings from the S5 Mark II that's in the S5 Mark IIX that I absolutely love, and it's worth mentioning. The autofocus is absolutely stunning. Being able to also record in open gate 6K up to 30 frames a second in 10-bit is great for social media vertical or horizontal filming. The real-time LUT is a huge must for me. Being able to have quick turnaround times, built-in custom looks, or just built-in custom photo looks if you want to take this camera out and take a bunch of family photos but you don't want to edit any of them. Being able to have the baked-in look, give them to your family and they're all stoked about it and not have to actually do any work is a really great feature. Dual native ISO, I honestly prefer this over the dynamic range boost mode on the GH6. I like having that control and knowing actually what's going on in the camera itself. And then lastly, stabilization. Panasonic has been known to have some of the best IBIS in the game. This footage almost kind of looks like it can be on a gimbal or on a tripod when you are handheld. And that makes it for run and gun filmmakers or just indie filmmakers really easy in having a camera that works this fast. With that all said, there is still a couple of cons in my own personal opinion. I know this is supposed to be considered more of the pro camera, but having 4K 60 frames cropped is kind of a big disadvantage for myself. Even though I shoot on micro four thirds camera, so I don't really think it's a huge disadvantage, but when you are expecting, or when you're on a 20mm and then suddenly it becomes a 30mm equivalent crop, you have to kind of realign what your lenses are when you are filming in 60 frames a second and realign what they are when you're just filming in full frame. Now, this is neither nor a pro nor a con for myself, but is worth mentioning that all Apple ProRes cannot be recorded internally into the camera onto an SD card. You do need to use an external SSD. But if you're recording Apple ProRes, it's still like 1.9 gigabytes per second. So it's worth recording to an SSD, and it makes a lot more logical sense. So this is neither nor a pro nor a con. It's just worth mentioning since the GH6, you were able to use a CF Express Type B card, and that did allow you to record internally for Apple ProRes. That is where this video is coming to an end. If you want to see me breaking down my cinema camera rig for the Panasonic S5 Mark IIX, check out this video right here, and YouTube recommends you might like this video right here. Until next week, guys, peace.